Hey traders, it is Matt and JC with Empire Algorithmic Trading, and we are here to answer your burning question of how do you guys use this? What do you do? What are your trades like? JC has been gracious enough to walk us through chart by chart how he earned just about 11% last month. So Jace, show us the magic.
Yeah, Matt, let's do a little chart review. All right, Matt. Well, yeah, I want to show everybody how to use this thing and how I've been utilizing it. It's been fun, to be honest with you. After years of trying different models, different programs, years of getting my butt kicked, it's nice doing some butt kicking for once. So
Yeah.
I just want to show everybody how it works. So we're going to start. We're going to go sequentially through my one account. I have three accounts. One was up 7.7% for the month. One was up 10.8, and another one was up 10.9. So pretty consistent performance, and I just want to show how I do it. So we're going to start with Roblox. Roblox was our first signal when we got into a Bill O'Neill confirmation rally. That's when I
Yep.
started taking a little bit of risk. And so we got on April 23rd a signal about Roblox potentially breaking out. The very next day, all you need to do is just see if the stock is up. The stock was trading up. I bought into it at 65.59. I then put good to cancel orders on there at 5% and 7%. The stock gapped up above my 5% good to cancel, and then it hit my 7% right here on 5/1, and then it continued, and then it set up again, flashed another
Now,
sell.
real quick, can we
Yeah.
just talk through for those? So when he says he put a good to cancel order, he was not fully selling out of his position. Can you explain that just a little bit?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Matt. Yeah. So I sell a third of my position at 5%, and then I sell another third of that, the remaining at 7%. Because I want to do is build a nice little cushion. I want to pocket some change. I want to prevent myself from getting shaken out on any high volume reversals. But it's just a way to manage risk, to lower your exposure, and just basically net some gains, right? To pocket some gains.
Yeah.
So. That's it. And then it flashed a little mini sell signal here where I didn't mark it on there because it was too perfect, right? It found some support, continued to break out, and then this would be your classic traditional cup and handle breakout right here. But for
Yeah.
us, this is our second breakout. So it broke out again at 74.54, and then I did the process all over again. I sold a third of the new position at 78.27, and then I sold a third of the new position again at 79.94. And now I have a very nice position that's just continuing to roll. The stock is at 95.80, which is up 46% from when it first flashed its buy signal. So very stress-free, very easy trade there. Next on the list was Robinhood. Robinhood flashed its buy signal right here on April 25th. And it tested the 10-day and the 20-day moving average. We're just going to leave those off. But I bought it after the test, and it held and then started rolling out, and then I took some profits, and I've been letting that ride ever since as well. Next on the list was TransMedics. I bought some TransMedics at 95.52. 2 days later, it reported earnings and it gapped up very strongly. Sold some of the position at 119. And again, it presented another opportunity last week. I bought into that at 131.1 and then sold some more shares at 137.65. But I still have the original shares at 95.52 and I have a second batch. So my cost basis is down, well down around this level down here. So sitting very pretty on that. Samsara, that was the next breakout. Bought that right here. It was a really good looking breakout right here, and then it continued to it was nice strong follow through. Took some profits here, and it continued to just kind of trade sideways. Now I was really liking the look of this, and I was thinking, man, this thing right here is thinking, man, this thing could really move tomorrow on tomorrow's earnings, and it moved the wrong direction. Fortunately, what taking those profits like we talked about in Arrow Review, weekly review, was taking those profits early allowed me to drop my cost basis down to 40. And so that allowed me to withstand that early selling, see how the day progressed, and it managed to reverse and close higher on the day. Saved myself a couple $100 in potential losses, got
Yeah.
that back, and we'll see how it continues to move. I'll probably end up taking the position out if it doesn't quickly rebound and do a little snapback. Monolithic Power. This one is I bought it in the morning when it started to trade higher at 652.03, and then it reversed and closed down on the day. That was a negative reversal, so I closed out at 637.46. Small loss there, and of course, it happened to gap up right at my profit target, 5% the very
Of
next day.
course,
So,
how it
you
always
know,
works.
that happens. That's okay. I was following my rules. I always feel good whenever I follow my rules.
Hmm.
Same thing with SoFi. Bought that one right here at 1471. It reversed on the day, ended up selling it out at 1442. It continued to sell off. It has set up since then. It's really tightened up. It's starting to move up a little higher. However, it's not on the watch list this week because it did not make any of our screens. I'm not quite sure why that would be, but it is what it is. I only include stocks on the watch list that make our screens. But this one is looking pretty good again.
Huh.
Arista Networks, this was next on the list. This one broke out right here. I did take a position on this here. It never followed through. It really it
Ugh.
gapped down the next day. Very disappointing. It didn't hit the 2.5% follow through day, so I was going to give it a little bit of run. Started to look like it had some chance, but then it just fell
Real
apart.
quick for those listening, Jace, can you explain that it didn't hit the 2.5%?
Oh, yeah. Geez, sorry about that. So our studies have shown that the follow-through day is rather important. If it closes 2.5% or more the day after its breakout, and we consider our buy signal the breakout. If the next day it closes 2.5% or more down, then it's basically a failed breakout. They have a 20% probability of recovering. Some of them do recover and end up setting up completely new bases. But for that buy signal, is about a 20% probability of recovering if it trades down 2.5% or more. So that's why we look for the very next day to be rather important. We like to double down. I haven't doubled down on any of these yet, but I like to double down if it trades up the next day, or if it
Mhm.
trades down, just depending on how much it trades down, you might want to buy into it as well. So that's that 2.5% threshold. That's my very first day stop loss is 2.5%. It did not trade down 2.5% the next day, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to give this the full 6%. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up selling out at 92.01. It looked like a good sell there for a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
especially right there. I'm thinking, all right, good. That was a good sell. But as often the case, it looks like a shakeout. A nice strong reversal here, continuing to roll through. I bought some more here, bought back in at 96.24, and then I bought back in at 97.21 on Friday. So
All
I
right.
like buying, especially after the shakeouts. Those are pretty good movers. So you've got the breakout here, the stop loss shakeout right here. No real algorithm shakeout. So really that buy signal is still active as far as the algorithm is concerned. So I'm
Hmm.
going to ride that wave. Hopefully ANET second position works out and I get some of that money back.
Yeah.
Uh, CE Environmental, CECO. This one was an interesting one. So it first flashed its buy signal right here, and then at the very last second, it closed down on the day. So, and I mean at the last minute. And
Just
so
mess with you.
normally, like with monolithic power or with SoFi, that would have been a sell, but it closed down just minimally. It was well off its lows, so I decided to hold that one. Like I said, it was literally in the last minute. So I decided to see how it reacted for the next couple of days, and it reacted quite well. It did continue to move higher. I popped out a little bit of profit taking at 5 and 7% again, but that's about as far as it got. And then it
Huh.
continued to oops, 5 and 7% there. And then it continued to reverse from there. It hit my stop. I had a break even set point, hit the stop there, and then looked like it was going to show up again, but has since sold off back a little
Gosh.
bit. So a little bit of a round trip there. CISO's not exactly dead yet, but compared to some of the other movers that we've had, this is pretty much a dead trade.
Right. Right.
Similar with Astera Labs. Now, Astera Labs has got me a couple of times. I'm really bullish on the stock. It's an AI powerhouse. They make cables that are fundamental to data centers and data transfer speeds, and they
Yeah.
pretty much have a patent on it. And so it's got strong earnings growth. It's a fundamental leader. So I'm waiting for this one to just move. And it got me in at 91.74, 91.20. I took some profits at 96.05 and 97.74 here. But I got stopped out, right? It hit my stop
Huh.
here. I sold out. I'm not going to give up with these gains. Bought back into it here, and then it reversed hard the next day. I was like, you
Oh
know what?
no.
It's not ready. It's not ready yet. Took the loss. I'm hoping it tightens up and presents another opportunity. So I'm not going to let this one go. But it's just best to take your small losses, because if you don't take a small loss, you will take a larger loss.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's a hard lesson to learn. But I want to show people that that's how you do it.
And that's a
SMR,
tough one too because you're in
it
it,
is.
it stops you out, and you're like, you know what? Great. I didn't take a loss because I took my profits on the way up, right?
Yep.
And then it shows just like, thank you for your faith in me. And it shows you this beautiful little setup. And you're like, okay, I'll give you a second chance. And it goes, ha ha, now I got you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So not quite ready. Fool me once, shame
Yeah.
on me. Fool me twice, fool me twice, shame on me. But no,
Yeah.
I've seen this before. It's not ready. They do tend to shake out a couple of times.
Yep.
So it's got the earnings growth. It's got the it's in the right sector. It's just a matter of time for it to go. But yeah, I just don't like the volatility. I don't want any drawdowns.
Yep.
I just can't stomach that. And that's exactly what happened to me with SMR. So New Scale Power, very good breakout. This was about as exciting of a breakout as you could get right there. And it followed through nicely. And I took some profits there at 25.26, and then it gapped up massively here. Took some profits there, and then continued to move, thinking, yeah, man, this
Woo.
is good. However, I have a hard stop at a 50% of my profit, right? And so I
Mhm.
did some math, figured out, mapped out what my 50% of my profit was from this point, and it stopped me out at that point there. So ended up getting stopped out there. A little disappointed. I should have handled that a little bit differently. Instead of selling all the shares, I really just sort of should have kept a smaller position and taken it that way, taken some free shares. But as it is, got a pretty nice profit in on it, and so I'm not going to complain. But
Right.
strong rally on Friday, so this one might end up back in
Might
the
set
red.
up again. Yeah.
And then Tempest AI wasn't the this one, yeah, just wasn't the best setup here. But I was trying it, right, and testing it. Had the nice downtrend here, just didn't have quite the wedge on the bottom side. So
Yeah.
was tested that one, and got me pretty good. Reversed hard the next day, which I ended up selling out at 61.25. But is tightening back up, and
Huh.
it has a slightly better look. Now we've got a good
Yeah.
looking wedge here with the lower highs, the higher lows. So I'm going to be watching that one pretty closely. Maybe I get some of that money
Uh,
back. But
how frustrating is
that
it
one
that
was
your sell
disappointing.
point is the bottom of your wedge?
Actually, the sell point was actually, I mean, it was up right up there. I think it closed
Okay.
down. It looks that way, right? It closed down at 53.20. So sold out at 61. So I'm glad I sold out at 61. If it
No
was at
kidding.
53, I would have been beside myself. That would have been a little too much. But anyhow, took the loss, chalking it up. It's setting up pretty good, so we'll see what happens. And then CyberArk, very nice breakout again. This is just a pretty chart. Very clear breakout. You've got higher lows. You've got a nice trend forming. You've got a wedge looking going there. Very clear breakout against that downtrend, and it's continuing to move higher. Took some profits on Friday at 405.3. I was in originally at
Nice.
386. TSSI, again, we talked about this during Arrow review, but the fear got the best of me. This right here, I was thinking, oh boy. So I didn't want SMR, I didn't want a big strong reversal and give up some nice gains. So
Yeah.
I took a pretty good sizable portion out of the position on that one, and then it happened to rally 17% on Friday. So,
Whew.
but oh well. Hey, it's a pretty nice profit.
Yep.
96 in a day or two is pretty good. And then Coherent took a position on this one last week, actually at 81.73. It broke out here, hasn't really done much, is trying to do its best A-Lab impersonation.
Yeah.
But it's a fundamental darling. It's strong earnings growth, right in the right sector, right in the AI data center infrastructure technology section. So it's got the story, it's got the earnings growth, it's got the right in the right sector. We just need the market to come in on it. So I'm hoping to get a nice little follow through on there. And then IDCC in a separate account, I bought it here and then got stopped out here, and then I bought it back in this account at 226.51. So minor follow through on Friday. So I'm kind of excited about that. Hopefully, we get a good follow through this week and can start taking some profits. And then qubits, I'm taking a little gamble on this one. It's a different setup for me, but I want to try this one, and we'll see how it works. I tried it with qubits, or not qubits. I tried it with UAMY, and I
Okay.
got a little bit out of it, but it broke right through its upper trend here, and it's got the nice little wedge. And I think
Yeah.
if you look at the 10-day moving average, it's riding right along the 10-day moving average. So
Okay.
pretty nice, strong run from 796 up to, yeah, it's a 140% run. So that's pretty
That's
nice.
not
It's
bad.
a little range. Breaking right out of that. I don't know. Some of these flags, if I remember correctly, I can't remember which ones, but they've all broke down, like NUTX. That had a really nice flag going, and then it broke down.
Hmm.
The difference is this one's broke out, right? It was Nutex was still in its wedge when it broke down. This one appears to be breaking out. So I'm kind of hoping it's similar to UAMY
And just
in
run.
this fact that I'm able to get out. UAMY ended up reversing pretty hard, but I'm kind of hoping Qubits has a
Hmm.
little bit of a better run there. So we'll see what that one does. But that's one I have there, and that's probably my newest holding. But that is pretty much all trade by trade how I've managed in an 11% gain just by nabbing 5 and 7% gainers, letting the rest ride, and then cutting my loss quickly when it goes against me. But most importantly, it's all algo. It's all algo signals. It's just I get the email at the end of the day that algo says, "Hey, check these out." I take a look. I'm like, "Yeah, I like this earnings per share growth. I like the look of that chart." It's up the next
Yeah.
day. Buy it and set your targets. So it's pretty easy.
That's the beauty of it. It's simple, it's stress-free. You can know confidently that we've done a lot of work vetting the stocks before they even make our watch list, let alone the algo. So it's really, really fun for us to do that. So thank you guys for watching. If you want more information about who we are and what we do with this algorithm, please see our website, VWAPvision.com, VWAPvision.com. Subscribe over on Patreon, patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading, so you too can get access to those daily buy and sell signals that JC and I use for our daily trading as well. Also, you can ask questions. You get direct access to us. Say, hey, I like this stock. What do you guys think? Hey, I noticed that this wasn't on the breakout chart and I think it should be. We love that type of feedback over at our Patreon as well. Otherwise, consume, follow. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, X, Blue Sky. Basically, anywhere that you consume your media, we are there. So make sure that you follow us there. And as always, Jace, happy trading.
Happy trading, Matt. One last thing I just realized I do want to say that I've been very conservative in my allocations. I've been taking smaller positions. I've been pretty much predominantly cash this past month, and just Friday I'm out at the most invested I've been in all of my accounts this whole month. So that 11% gain, if I was fully aggressive in allocating to 100% cash, it would have been significantly higher. But I'm pretty happy with that 11%. It's not bad for being predominantly 50% cash for most of
Yeah,
the month. So I'm looking forward to see what we can do this month, and we'll just help everybody make some money, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
it's time. Happy trading, everyone.
Happy trading, everybody.